It's week 3, and we got all the videos up that needed to be. We're doing it, dude. We're doing it. This week started off as a good week, and then it got a little not so good, and now we're back to good. It's been crazy. 2 weeks ago was really not a good week, but you know what? Things are going well. They're going well. I feel like I am living my best life. It's not always perfect, but you know what? Let's just cut to the trail footage. Trail vlog. There's a person coming. Hold on. The people on the trail, they think that I'm crazy. The people on the trail. That was the shakiest footage I've ever recorded. Well, today is Saturday, and I am on the first real hike since you left, and I wanted to talk about how proud of myself I am. I did this hike, come back to that footage, and I only made it about a fourth of a mile, I think, and I had to turn around. But today, I was just gonna try that loop again, which is, just a 1.4 mile loop, super doable, and I accidentally missed one of my turns, so I made it 2.5 miles before I even noticed something was wrong. And that was I'm tired as fuck, but like, proud of myself for making progress like that in my head in such a short time. I don't want this to just be me tooting my own horn, but like, that week when you were here was eye-opening. There's a fly. Where's the fly? Fuck. That week when you were here was really important. It made me realize how sick I was, and now I'm working on fixing it. I didn't even really catch all of that, but I think what he was trying to say is that I feel like I've made remarkable progress up here, not so much down here yet. We're working on the physical parts of it, but everyone says exercise and making new habits is 95% mental and 5% physical. Those are fake numbers, but let's just go with that. I am pushing my body to do things that it hasn't done in a long time and that I didn't even think it could do. I've done cardio 7 days a week. That's all the days. I've done cardio every day this week in some form, either just working out at home, going on a hike, doing a late night walk, and I don't even feel that bad. I feel great. I feel so good. I hate when people are right. I don't hate it. It's just it's so simple. Get out and exercise. It's like the best antidepressant you could ever take. It's the best. Go exercise. I'm talking to myself. I wanted to try to answer your question that you put at the end of your vlog. So I've spent all week thinking about how I've got to this point, what even this point is. Where am I on this path? What is this path? Those are a lot of big questions and something that I can't answer in one video, but I can let you into a little thing that I've been mulling over in my head that kind of fits that same line of questioning. Before you left, and especially when we were in Seattle, I was talking a lot about how I felt like I was being pulled in another direction. I felt like I was making a mistake by going to grad school right now, because while school psychology is really interesting to me and sounds amazing, I'm not 100% sure that I want to spend $60,000 on a degree to do it, It sounds amazing. It sounds awesome, but that's really all I can say about it. I have some experience in the schools, but 95, almost 100% of my experiences revolve in on the clinical side of things or in research. And those are my two loves. I love research. I love working in a clinical setting, even though I haven't really done it in a while. And so I'm feeling, maybe cold feet about grad school. I don't know. Because on one hand, I can just go. I can do my school psychology thing, and I know I'll love it. It sounds like an amazing field. I'm excited that they think that I would be a good candidate to be in that field, but it is not what I want to be doing long term, and I know that going into it. I don't want to be a school psychologist for the rest of my life, and I feel like I'm taking a really expensive intermediary step. $60,000 is a lot of money, especially in loans. I mean, that's technically like $100,000 if you add the interest on it for a degree that I'm not even quite sure that I want. And so I've been thinking a lot about that. This week, I got the job. Whoa. I'm never going to edit in all of those explosions and sounds, but I got the job as a TMS technician, which, if you don't know what TMS is, it's transcranial magnetic stimulation. It's a non-invasive procedure for treatment-resistant and drug-resistant depression and anxiety, and it is a new thing, and it's really exciting, and I am going to be working out of an office that only has one psychiatrist, so it's just going to be me and her, maybe one other person, doing these things. And part of TMS is brain mapping. So she sends signals into the brain of her patient to try to locate where their mood regulation center is. And it's different in all of us. It's generally in the same location, but it's, whatever. It changes, and it changes as a function of time, and it changes as a function of how much it's used and how it's used. And so she's sending these magnetic stimulation pulsations into the brain and watching the body react. So in most times, the mood center is near the part of the brain responsible for motor control. And so she can watch as she sends the pulse in, maybe the patient's finger will boop, boop, boop. And she knows, because she's a fucking genius, about how to adjust accordingly to make sure we're hitting the right part of the brain. Long story short, she said that I could be doing the brain mapping once I get trained in on it. It's not something that I ever would have thought that I would have been so excited about, because I don't work with adults in psychology usually. But I'm really excited. It sounds like such a cool science, and it is something that I could totally envision myself taking to the doctoral level. Background, right now in my life, I think that this is the time of my career and the time of my educational pathway where I really narrowed down what my research interests are, because I know I want to get my doctorate degree, right? And that's kind of what school psychology is supposed to be giving me by doing this degree and working in the field. But now I'm torn, because could this job that I just got, if I just decide to not go to school and work at it full time, give me the same thing? I don't know. Anyway, that's not the answer to your question, but that's what I've been thinking about all week. Anyway, okay, this is all big one long video. I need to get better at planning these things out. I hope that this was enjoyable to watch. I don't want you to feel obligated to sit through boring ass videos. Hopefully they get better. But I'm really enjoying this project. It gives me something to root myself in the week. It gives me an excuse to, be updated on life in Mankato, see Sarah, see Peach. Also, your video it didn't sound like you wanted to let Peach out. It sounded like you wanted to eat Peach. Like, go back and watch your footage. It sounds like you're about to feast on that cat. It was a little concerning. I miss everyone in Minnesota. I miss you. I miss Quinn. I miss my sister. I miss Meg. But I'm also having a really good time out here. Chrissy's moving here in 2 weeks. So I'm not gonna edit those. Things are moving forward. So next week, hopefully I'll have more of like an in-depth video where maybe I can spend some more time on your question. But we will see. Until then, see you on Sunday.